Sundry news for Friday, July 3rd, as it says right there. Friday, July 3rd. And today we begin with Election Wire, brought to you by the Daily Wire. Now, we're underway with election 2020. There are 124 days until November 3rd, and judging by the cash pouring into both candidates, Americans are finally getting past the pandemic panic. Oh, I like that. Somebody is speaking my language. Americans are finally getting past the pandemic panic and race riots and murder hornets, and beginning to tune in to the race for the White House. Joe Biden nipped President Trump in the cash haul last month, but the Democrat announced he's not coming out of the basement anytime soon, and he's embracing some extreme positions to boot. Meanwhile, President Trump's poll numbers are in the dumper, and both candidates are busy saying the other guy is senile. Fasten your seatbelts. 1. Trump and Biden have record cash hauls. Joe Biden's campaign hauled in $141 million in June, while President Trump came in close behind with $131 million flowing into his coffers. Biden got a boost from former President Barack Obama, Senator Elizabeth Warren, and Senator Kamala Harris, each of whom hosted virtual fundraisers for Biden in June. The Trump cash machine cruised through the panic on idle, but put in a solid finish to the quarter to nearly catch up to Biden. The former vice president had his biggest haul during an Obama fundraiser when he raised a reported $11 million. Trump cashed in on his birthday, June 14th, collecting $14 million. But Biden lags far behind in cash on hand, with just $80 million in his war chest. Trump, on the other hand, has $295 million cash on hand, holy crap, after raising around $266 million in the second quarter. 2. Biden vows to stay in his basement. Biden, who at 77 is at high risk should he contract COVID-19. Yeah, well, Trump, who is like 74, also at high risk, but, he's doing his job. Said this week that he won't be coming out of his basement anytime soon. Biden on Tuesday said he won't hold any presidential campaign rallies during the COVID-19 panic, even though Trump has already returned to the campaign trail. "This is the most unusual campaign, I think, in modern history," Biden told reporters in a video call from his home in Delaware. "I'm going to follow the doc's orders, not just for me, but for the country, and that means that I am not going to be holding rallies," said Biden, who added he has not been tested for COVID-19. "They tell me 200 million people have watched what I have done from home and the half a dozen things we've gone out and done," Biden said. Okay. 3. You're senile. No, you're senile. Biden finally had to address a question that's on many people's mind. Is he, okay? "He's just fine," says Biden. Asked during a press conference on Tuesday if he has been screened for cognitive decline, Biden said he is constantly tested. Some have speculated that you are subject to some degree of cognitive decline," Fox News' Doug McElway said. "I'm 65. I don't have word recollection that I used to have. I forgot my train of thought from time to time. You got 12 years on me, sir. Have you been tested for some degree of cognitive decline?" "I've been tested, and I'm constantly tested," Biden said. "Look, all you gotta do is watch me, and I can hardly wait to compare my cognitive capability to the cognitive capability of the man I'm running against." Oh, I don't think anybody else can wait for that either. A recent Zogby International poll of 1,007 likely voters found that 55% said they think the former vice president is in the early stages of dementia. Biden fired back at Trump, now 74, and the oldest person to assume the U.S. presidency. Biden said Trump doesn't seem to be cognitively aware of what's going on, with his own briefings about Russia and U.S. service members. You might like Blink Sale. Get paid and back to growing your business. How many follow-up emails does it take to get paid? 0. Start billing with Blink Sale today. Try for free. If you're a freelancer, business owner, or entrepreneur, you shouldn't have to waste time creating ugly invoices on your computer, send nagging emails to get your invoices paid, or worry about getting the money you're owed. Sale is a revolutionary invoicing software that helps you stay on top of your money and keep track of everything in one place. Try Sale for free today and see for yourself. You'll spend less time billing and more time doing what you love. 4. Trump poll numbers in the dumper. Yeah. The president should be happy the election is 125 days away, because if it were held today, he'd lose in a landslide. Not necessarily. At least according to bookmakers, who put their money where their mouths are. As COVID-19 cases continue to surge throughout the United States, while the country confronts issues of systemic racism, Donald Trump's odds to be reelected continue to fall. And I feel that more and more people are probably afraid to admit to anybody that they're going to vote for the president. Trump is now a plus 175 betting underdog, giving him only a 33% implied probability of winning the election compared to Joe Biden's 59.3% implied probability, Betfair said on Tuesday. The latest polling backs it up. According to 538's average of national polls, Biden has an average plus 9.6 edge over Trump. That's tied for Biden's second biggest edge over Trump in 538's average since late February. Trump's got an uphill battle. The pandemic panic cost more than 40 million Americans their jobs. Race riots continue to flare up in major cities, and the mainstream media is all over him again on Russia. His probability of re-election has steadily declined since outrage over George Floyd's death swept the nation, falling from 45.2% on June 2nd to 33% on June 30th, Betfair reported. 5. Biden. Abortion all day, every day. During the Democratic primaries, hyper-liberal candidates successfully pushed Biden to the far left, a position he'll try to correct as the general election approaches. The past dozen elections have shown Americans are bunched in the middle. After the Supreme Court this week struck down a Louisiana law requiring doctors who provide abortions to have admitting privileges at a local hospital. I can't believe they... Biden... I'll say it again. If your doctor is incapable of getting privileges at a hospital within 30 miles, I believe, was the radius, why do you want that so-called doctor in your uterus messing with you all up in there? Why? Biden announced his support for abortion under any circumstance, staking out an extreme position on the issue. Forget that Biden, in early incarnations, had proclaimed himself a pro-life Democrat as recently as the 2012 campaign, asserting opposition to abortion. In a debate against then-Republican vice presidential nominee Paul Ryan, Biden said he was personally opposed to the procedure, but felt he had no reason to prevent women from exercising choice. That's all gone now. Choice. My body, my choice, right? How about my face, my choice to cover it up with a mask? No. Today, the U.S. Supreme Court reaffirmed that states cannot put in place laws that unduly burden a woman's right to make her own health care decision with her doctor, Biden said. This is another one of those huge lies that is literally killing people. You know, tiny little babies. And the women in such cases when things go wrong and your doctor doesn't have admitting privileges at a hospital. Anyway, it's not the woman's health care. It's the baby's health care, or lack thereof. That's a person in you. By the numbers. Trump versus Biden. We told you what the bookies think, but what do the polls say? Oh, not good. And this is where I say, yeah, but I'm pretty sure people are not feeling brave enough to admit to anybody that they're going to vote for Trump in this very, very hostile climate that society is presenting. Biden was up 7.8% in national polls 3 weeks ago, then 8.1% last week. Now he's up by 9.3% in a running average kept by Real Clear Politics. 2 polls, USA Today and Monmouth, give him a 12-point lead. But what about the battlefield states? Oh, that bad, huh? Here's how some swing states look right now. Wisconsin, Biden up 6.5, was up 3.4. Michigan, Biden up 7.5, was up 7.3. Florida, Biden up 6.4, was up 3.4. Pennsylvania, Biden up 7.0, was up 3.3. North Carolina, Trump up 3.0, was up 0.3. Ahaha. The Veep stakes. Biden has said he will pick a woman as his running mate, and the bookies have put 4 black women on top of the heap. Senator Kamala Harris is the big favorite, even though she suggested Biden was racist during a debate. Keep an eye on Susan Rice. Well, all he has to do to prove that he's not racist to her is to pick her as his vice president, huh? Here's how the potential picks line up according to bookies.com based on $100 bet. Senator Kamala Harris, 134. Negative 134. I don't understand betting and odds and stuff. I'm not good at this. Representative Val Demings, plus 550. Susan Rice, plus 650. Mayor Keisha Bottoms, plus 1,400. Senator Elizabeth Warren, plus 1,700. Michelle Obama, plus 1,700. Stacey Abrams, plus 2,000. Ugh. Michelle Lujan Grisham, plus 2,500. Tammy Duckworth, plus 3,300. Governor Gretchen Whitmer, plus 3,300. Why is she still on the list? Meme of the week, Joe Biden. Check out more on Instagram at Real Daily Wire. Election Wire is a weekly email newsletter featuring the latest in election news, polling data, and analysis from the Daily Wire. Thank you, Daily Wire. Election Wire. Next, the Daily Wire for Friday, July 3rd, 2020. Instant access to hundreds of benefits and social programs. 25% off membership. Only $12 for your first year with automatic renewal, plus a free gift. Join now. AARP. See it. Same day, LA Mayor says avoid gatherings for July 4th, Independence Day. LAPD posts a photo of thousands gathered for protest. Was the mayor there? Viral video. Rapper Lord Jamar. Black Lives Matter, not our movement. Given to us by George Soros. Ben Carson, where have you been? On painting Black Lives Matter on street. What if somebody painted a Confederate flag on a public street? Good question, I guess. 275,000 signed petition blasting new movie starring Michael Jackson's daughter portraying Jesus as a lesbian woman. Oh my goodness. Alyssa Milano wants NFL Redskins name removed. Oh, shocking. Check out these photos from her NFL fashion line. Why? There's nothing here I want to click on. Moving on to the Daily Yahoo. Coronavirus stimulus checks again, but there's still no news, no real news on it, right? Mnuchin says White House considering second round seriously since first round worked very well. Yes, it's been being seriously considered for months now. After President Trump on Wednesday expressed support for a potential second round of checks, Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin said he could back them as well. Yeah, one more round. I am super conflicted, but yes, one more round would be very helpful. But you don't have to increase the amounts. I mean, seriously, the previous amounts were just fine. Mary Trump, you can't gag me because settlement was a fraud. The legal fight over a tell-all by President Trump's niece took another turn on Thursday when her lawyers filed papers to remove a temporary restraining order, arguing that the confidentiality agreement she signed 19 years ago was an unenforceable fraud. In an affidavit, Mary Trump said, "You can't gag me because settlement was a fraud?" Is that what she said? Ghislaine Maxwell knows more about Jeffrey Epstein than anyone. She was just arrested in New Hampshire. I've heard she's in Brazil. I've heard she's in France. I've heard she's in California, the director of the new Netflix docuseries tells us. From Esquire. Okay. How to cool a room in 2 minutes. It's genius. New $89 portable air cooler is taking United States by storm. Okay. From Blocks Portable AC. Meghan Markle was pregnant and unprotected and prohibited from defending herself, new court documents claim. The claims are made in the Duchess's latest filing in her legal battle with the publisher of the Mail on Sunday. Okay. 2021 Dodge Charger SRT Hellcat Red-Eye offers 797 HP horsepower, 797 horsepower. Dodge calls it the world's fastest mass production sedan, and it just got faster thanks to more power in a red-eye version. India clears purchase of Russian combat jets worth $2.4 billion. India's government on Thursday approved the purchase of 33 Russian fighter jets and upgrades to another 59 planes, acting to beef up its air force at a time when the military is locked in a border standoff with China. Tensions between India and China have been escalating recently. Yes, indeed. It would be interesting if we had a India and Australia versus China war. I guess it would probably be China and North Korea, since they're still allies, right? Featured, simplified election coverage. Inform your vote with one clear place to focus on the facts, issues, and candidates that matter to you. Visit the Yahoo News 2020 Election Center. I don't trust you, Yahoo News. What's hot? Oh, it's Yahoo Search. Yahoo Search for a sneeze guard, and Yahoo Search for psoriasis medication. Trending now, Black Lives Matter, Ruth Shaheen, coronavirus, Laura Prepon, current mortgage rates, HELOC rates, Anna Maria Siakluka, Leaf Filter, Alessia Cara, Mariah Carey. And that's it for the Daily Yahoo. Going back to 1440. Good morning, it's Friday, July 3rd. Welcome to our special 4th of July edition. Welcome to our special Independence Day edition, where we are mixing in some of our favorite content from past years. Enjoy and have a happy and safe holiday. Need to know. Happy birthday, Eve, America. Congratulations, America. Tomorrow marks the 244th commemoration of the adoption of the Declaration of Independence by the Continental Congress. The Congress actually voted to separate from Great Britain 2 days earlier, and some argue the U.S. didn't really become a country until we began operating under the Constitution in 1789. Still, since that first 4th of July, the country has changed tremendously, from 13 colonies to 50 states, from a population of 2.5 million to 330 million, from under $1 billion in inflation-adjusted GDP, the measurement of a country's annual output, to over $19.4 trillion and more. Advances in public health have cut the child mortality rate from over 45% to under 1%, unless you count all the abortions, because then I think we're probably way behind. And our citizens live 35 years longer on average, except for those aborted babies, though minority rates still lag behind. We've built almost 3 million miles of paved roads and more than 5,000 airports. In 1800, 95% of the population lived in rural areas. Now, more than 80% live in cities, and we're all the worse for it. And demographics have shifted, with minorities representing close to 30% of the population. Times change. This year is tougher than others, and we can always make more progress. Progress for the sake of progress is not progress at all. But so far, the American experiment has held strong. Has it? So grab a hot dog and your drink of choice. Here's to the next 244 years, if we get that much. And an early birthday gift. The U.S. economy added an estimated 4.8 million jobs in June, a figure that beat expectations by 2 million while shattering the record for the largest single-month jobs gain in U.S. history. Nice. The surprise report also pegged current unemployment at 11.1%, down from 13.3% in May, and paints an optimistic picture of the nascent economic recovery as some states struggle with reopening plans amid a surge in new coronavirus cases. Milder, coronavirus cases. See the release here, PDF. The economy has defied forecasts in both directions, combined with weekly initial unemployment reports, which have remained stubbornly high, above 1 million. See data. The numbers suggest many employers are beginning to rehire, while others are laying off employees in anticipation of longer-term struggles. The data also showed a persistent racial gap, with black unemployment at 15.4%. Well, get the fuck out there, guys. They're too busy rioting. Not all of them, I know, but I'm just saying. The upturn comes as new daily cases of the coronavirus in the U.S. hit a record 55,000 yesterday, and ahead of a holiday weekend that has many public health officials warning that large gatherings could help accelerate the virus's spread, potentially slowing states' ability to further reopen their economies. Yesterday, Texas Governor Greg Abbott announced a statewide order to wear face masks in public. While a similar order goes into effect today in Kansas. Meanwhile, the number of reported coronavirus cases in the U.S. rose to 2.74 million, with 128,740 deaths as of this morning. See the moving 3-day average here. This is a second wave, so they should have restarted that count. Anyway, Hamilton hits Disney+. Broadway mega hit Hamilton will be available in your living room beginning today as a live stage production recording lands on Disney+. The original musical, a modern hip-hop-centric rendition of the life of founding father Alexander Hamilton, debuted in 2015 to a sellout engagement, ultimately performing 3 nationwide tours en route to grossing more than $1 billion across the franchise. The performance won 11 Tony Awards and the 2016 Pulitzer Prize for Drama, among numerous other accolades. Director and star Lin-Manuel Miranda, I can't fucking stand his face, was also awarded a MacArthur Genius Grant and received Kennedy Center honors for the work. One of the most anticipated streaming debuts in recent memory, Disney reportedly paid $75 million to secure the rights to the film. It was originally scheduled to be released in theaters in October 2021, but the release date was moved up due to the coronavirus panic. The performance wowed crowds with its incredible pace. It clocks in at 144 words per minute, which makes it challenging to stay on top of. We recommend getting fully caught up before viewing. Check out our essential guide, complete with trailers and character bios. Grow your veggies, eat your veggies. From Hey Mama? Accessing fresh greens is beyond easy when you have a Hey Mama microgreens kit in your kitchen. Hey Mama lets you grow fresh microgreens for your salads, smoothies, and general veggie grazing in just 7 days. But what are microgreens? They're the baby versions of the vegetables you know and love, and USDA studies have shown they're up to 40 times more nutritious than traditional greens. Better yet, Hey Mama is easy and fun. Hey Mama. Just add water once to their seed quilts, and it'll grow away year-round, even in low light. Choose from microgreens like broccoli, kale, radish, and more. They all pack a flavor punch that surpasses anything you'll find at the supermarket. With Hey Mama, you'll never be without fresh, healthy greens for your meals. Head on over today and use code 1440GREENS for $10 off your microgreens kit. Please support our sponsors. In the know, sports, entertainment, and culture. FedEx asks Washington Redskins to change team name after a group of investors calls on Nike, FedEx, and PepsiCo to end relationship with team unless it drops its controversial name. Ugh. NFL to play Black National Anthem before every Week 1 game. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? Lift every voice and sing, traditionally known as the Black National Anthem. What? The song will be performed before the Star-Spangled Banner. This is so stupid. When you differentiate between the Black National Anthem and the Star Spangled Banner, that's basically saying that the Star Spangled Banner is the white national anthem. And it's not. It's for everybody. Stop denouncing your heritage. This is all of our heritage. Hugh Downs, legendary TV broadcaster known for 2020 and Today, dies at 99. Walmart to convert 160 parking lots into drive-in movie theaters in August as film industry struggles with the panic. Interesting. Science and technology. Facebook shuts down Lasso, its competitor to TikTok, after a year and a half. Company says it has designed the world's slimmest virtual reality glasses. Archaeologists uncover an ancient Aboriginal site preserved underwater off the coast of Western Australia. Cool. Neuroscientists discover how the brain classifies various odors within the olfactory cortex. Odors that have similar chemical compositions are stored in similar ways within the brain. That makes sense. Business and markets. Tesla delivers 90,000 cars in the second quarter, 5% reduction from last quarter, but more than forecasted amid the panic. Shares of the world's most valuable car company up 8%. Internet insurance provider Lemonade soars 139% in first day of trading. U.S. Chapter 11 bankruptcies up 26% in first half of 2020. Analysts expect filings to grow remainder of the year. Yeah. A lot of people got screwed by having to close. The lockdown really fucked the country. It wasn't the pandemic. It wasn't COVID-19. It was the response to it. Facebook receives complaint claiming widespread discrimination against Black employees. Oh, really? Number of brands boycotting ads continues to grow. Politics and world affairs. President Trump heads to Mount Rushmore for July 3rd celebration. Good for him. Federal government to host July 4th celebration in D.C. That's Independence Day, folks. Ghislaine Maxwell, associate of deceased financier and sex criminal Jeffrey Epstein, charged with helping lure at least 3 underage women to be sexually abused by Epstein. Landslide at Jade Mine in Burma, Myanmar, kills at least 123 people, injures more than 50. Is this blood jade? At least 81 killed during protests in Ethiopia following the murder of musician and activist Hachalu Hundessa. Are these protesters who were killed, or were the protesters killing people? Weekend reads. King Killers in America, from Long Reads. After helping plan the assassination of King Charles I in 1651, 2 co-conspirators fled to America. Officials of the crown pursued them into the New England heartland and into unexpected resistance. What to the slave is the 4th of July? Oh my gosh. Speech. Considered one of the greatest speeches in American history, Douglas passionately lays out the case against slavery to the Ladies' Anti-Slavery Society of Rochester, New York in 1852. A uniquely American story, from Smithsonian. Its origin story is usually traced to the 1870s in New York, but the Coney dog traces its legacy across the U.S. as Greek immigrants fleeing the 1893 Depression carried the name to the Midwest as a sign of authenticity. Okay. The Forgotten Founding Father, from City Journal. 52 words are etched into the memory of American school children, but the preamble to the Constitution wasn't penned by Washington, Jefferson, Adams, or Franklin. Okie dokie. Microgreens are full of nutrients. Getting your daily dose of veggies is easy when you have a Hey Mama microgreens kit. Grow fresh microgreens for your salads, sandwiches, smoothies, and garnishes in just 7 days. It's easy and fun. Just add water once. Grow indoors year-round, even in low light. Head to Hey Mama today and use code 1440greens for $10 off your microgreens kit. Please support our sponsors. Etc. What Americans say makes a good citizen. Independence Day in 9 charts. Consumers binge on bottle rockets and other fireworks facts. 10 ways of viewing the American flag from around the globe. Worth knowing. Thomas Jefferson and John Adams both died on July 4th, just hours apart. I think I knew that. And read this letter from Adams to his wife on the eve of signing the Declaration of Independence. The oldest bar in all 50 states. Ranking the best of the best 4th of July movies. Independence Day movies. Clickbait. The strangest fact about each U.S. state. History book. Battle of Gettysburg ends on Pickett's charge, 1863. Happy birthday, Tom Cruise, 1962. Jackie Robinson is first African-American inducted into Baseball Hall of Fame, 1962. Rest in peace musician Jim Morrison, 1971. Hello, I love you, won't you tell me your name? Happy birthday, actress Olivia Munn, 1980. I am well aware of the toil and blood and treasure that it will cost us to maintain this declaration. John Adams, July 3rd, 1776. Very nice, very cool. That's it for today. Thank you, 1440. Thank you, Hey Mama. I guess, not really. Goodbye. Happy Independence Day. Independence Day. Goodbye.